Hello, it's Jackie here with part 4 of this altered bag with tags tutorial. Sorry, just trying to get reasonably comfortable. So what I'm going to do is finish off hopefully in the 15 minutes I've got, is finish off the front of this bag completely and take you through what we'll be doing next, which is the first couple of items for inside the bag. The first thing you'll probably notice is that I have changed this tag. I decided that the brown craft cardstock was too dark, so I've gone back to the paper pack and done exactly the same. I've stamped my stamp on some of the paper rather than using separate card. Cut the middle out, put my picture behind, backed it with some tea-dyed paper, put my eyelet in, set that in the same way that I did on the bag, and I found this bit of sari silk, which obviously the colours tone in with the paper, and it's too thick to put through like this and loop, so all I do when that happens is just pop it through and tie it. Just like that, so it gives a nice finish to that particular tag. You can also see that I've decided to put one of my new boho beads on the front here. If you've seen the video where I share these, you'll see this one is amongst them. I realised I'd used the same sari silk for this particular bead, so it seems meant to be, really. It's quite hard to let this go at the moment. I'm still in love, very much in love with these. Anyway, you can also see what I've done with this little tag that has been designed originally, I believe, by Liz, the Paper Project, and I hope you've all looked at her video. I've realised I do mine a little bit differently. It's often the case, I think, when you get inspired by people. I showed you how I made the stamp yesterday, and I've backed my tag. This is a bought tag, but I can't remember where I got it from. I've stamped some text and I've decoupaged or collaged on some little scraps of music paper, just to add a bit of interest on there, if you can see that. A little bird charm instead of a button, and behind it there's some sari silk and some lace. I've also punched my little holes for the buttons and threaded up some thread. I got that ready, knotted the end. I'm just going to sew those on, hopefully not too boringly. I usually, when I've got 4 holes, I usually go make a little cross in the middle. So that's that one, and then I just go across to the next one. Oops, things are so awkward on camera. Things that you do in a minute seem to take forever. But this project is quite time consuming. There's a lot of bits to it, and as you've seen, I've sort of prepared ahead, which when I'm making these from scratch is probably what takes the time. There we go, that's that one. Oh, not quite. I can see the hole, there we go. And then our butterfly at the bottom here, which just, that orange and yellow just goes beautifully with the blue. And I do like to use my colour wheel and sort of tone and match my colours. And then to knot this off, I go through, so I'm holding this tight with my thumb, knot that once, and then go through again. And that should, in fact I might do it 3 times. Should hold that. And then that little button card, which looks quite cute, I'll pop in the front there. So that's the front of our bag. Finished. These bulb pins are actually threaded through the eyelets rather than the ribbon. Okay, so what we're going to do next is the decoupage tags. And I'm going to show you the two different ways I do this. When I'm using a kit, obviously I haven't got napkins to decoupage, so I print one of the pages or one of the add-ons from the Artymaze kit. I printed onto 41 GSM tracing paper. So this is just real cheap tracing paper. And I die cut that out with a rectangle die this time rather than a circle. I've also die cut a piece of text paper from an old book and a piece of 300 GSM card. In the next video I'll show you how I put that together. I'll show you how I decoupage it, and then I'll show you how I do a napkin, because I would do them in slightly different ways. And we're also going to put together one of the envelopes that's going in the bag. So I've cut a piece of Edith Holden paper, 6.5 by 6.5, and I've cut another bit from one of the pages out of the kit, the Nature Walk kit, and I'm going to cut this down to 2.25 by 3.25. I'm going to mount it on some card with a little bit of white showing, and then I'm going to stitch round it. I can't do that, I'm afraid I can't do that on video. I've just got no way at the moment of setting that up. Well, I could probably set it up, but what I can't do is edit my videos and link them together. So I'll get all of that ready and I'll see you shortly for part 5. Thank you.